Hi and welcome to another Wraggy's Gardening Tips. Now we're in the middle of, just about approaching the middle of June. Father's Day is a week away, and like most people, I come from an amenity horticulture background, which means twice a year you change all the flower beds and that. You know, that's the way the councils used to do these things. But I was always one that, you know, I wanted an all year round flower bed. That, you know, so we're not just ripping out flowers for the sake of ripping out, because let's be fair, it gets expensive. So I've done this morning, and I put these new Carricks in. I've grown from seed. I bought the seed off, I think it was actually off eBay. So many hundred seeds, and you can see the bigger ones here. They're actually a bit more impressive there. They've been growing in, and basically I sowed them last year. For months they didn't show, and I thought, well, these are a waste. £5 I think it was. Is it Buccaneer? The variety. Not 100% sure. But now they're at the stage where they're ready for planting, and I thought, so what do I do? So what I've done is I've put an edging of these round the bed, and also on my other bed fully down the path. They're only small at the moment, they'll grow bigger, hopefully not too big, but if they do I'll split them and we'll go from there. Now this is the sort of bed that I like to plant. So you've actually got these red ones, Primula candelabra. Now I've left the seed heads on because I'm going to harvest the seeds if I can. But you've also got Primula denticulatas here. You've got dahlias, you've got aubrietia, and even antirrhinums. And what this is, at the moment, there's not much colour at the moment, because the aubrietia is finishing, the Primula candelabra is finishing, the Primula denticulatas are already finished. But the antirrhinums are starting to come. And the dahlias, now we've got rid of all the forget-me-nots that were in here, and they won't be coming back, so I'm not going to allow them to come back. Now the dahlias will start taking over. The dahlias will provide shade for all these primulas, because primulas don't like the sun in the summer months. And because I water dahlias a lot, the primulas love water as well, so they love it a bit wet. So they all help each other out in that way. So this bed here is my next little project. It's looking tired. We had a load of Gaillardia in last year, which was fantastic. This year it's gone to pot a bit now. I've put a load of Primula candelabras in again. The Sweet Williams here. There's Primula viale there. And there's lots of seedlings. There's a viola there, there's an aqualegia there, there's a carnation there. I'm not sure what that is, can't remember. And so now the first job is I'm going to go along and weed the whole bed up to the greenhouse. So it's like a rectangular bed up to the greenhouse with a cedar in. The cedar's a very slow growing cedar. If it starts to get silly, I'm going to have to remove it, but as it is, it's fine. So first job of the day is I'm going to weed it, but I'm also, because I want to put grasses all around the edge to frame it, I'm going to chop back the sedum where needed and maybe move a few plants. There's a few bulb tops I need to take out, and I'm also going to fill it in with a few extra plants. So I'm going to put the camera down, do about 20 minutes work, come back and show you it ready for planting. Cheers. Now as you can see, I've got rid, putting this, just nip the Sweet Williams back there, and I've got a nice line now, bar that little primula there, for putting my grasses in. I've weeded what I needed to weed out. When you look around, there's a load of seedlings there, and this is the thing with gardening. Pull out what you know is definitely a weed, but like these are little pansies or violas. Now there's loads of them, And if you wanted to, you could let them grow a bit and then dig them up. You know, there's no need to pull every last little bit out. Because sometimes, unless you know it's, let it grow a little bit and see what it is. Right, the next on the list is start planting these Carricks. I think it's Carricks buchanii, red roost. I think that's the name of it, if I remember rightly. And I'm going to do a square all the way round, and that will frame it off. So, back in a few minutes. And there we have it, the finished article. Now you can see the Carricks grasses around the edge, all the way round. And so it makes this bed a nice rectangle bed now. You've got a little bit, it's a bit of a mix and match bed. It's not one of one thing or all of another. But what it has got, it's got a bit of lavender at the back, which I'm not overly concerned with. It's got plenty of Primulas, both the denticulatas, the Vialas, even normal polyanthus are in there. It's got a bit of Aqualegia in, a bit of Carnation, it's got Gaillardias in, but it's also got a load of Dahlias in. And these Dahlias will, up to about waist height, they'll grow. Might need to cane them, might not, depending on how they are. And that now, although it doesn't look much at the moment, that is an all year round bed for the next 3 or 4 seasons. Because the Dahlias will die down, the tubers stay in, the other plants' leaves will fill in the space, and they'll cover the Dahlias from the frosts. Now all it needs now is a watering. And once these grasses grow and it frames it better, and the same with the path as well on this path, and the same with this bed here, you've got formal gardening, a formal looking garden within, a normal garden. Just how it should be. Can't wait for the summer months when it grows to its potential. Thank you.